Hello students, welcome to iExamB. This is Bank B channel especially dedicated for the banking exams preparation. In this part of the video, we'll be discussing some important MCQs related to reasoning section. So let's get started. Friends, at iExamB we do provide SBI PO course as well, where all these facilities are available. And in addition to this, guidance for the interview as well as one-on-one session with the faculty, also live classes are available. As you can see, we have very experienced faculties. The faculties themselves have cracked many exams as well as they themselves have worked in the various banks. So you will get the guidance in the pre-exams, you will get the guidance in the main exams. Also, you can get the guidance in your career choices as well as group discussion, interview rounds, since most of them have the banking field experience. So do enroll on our website and check our online courses. So friends, in this part of the video, we'll be discussing questions based on inequality and coded inequality. So let's read the question. In each of the following questions, assuming the given statements to be true, which of the three conclusions 1, 2 and 3 given below definitely follow? So two statement has been given, as you can see. Firstly, we have to combine both these statements. So as you see, we can combine statement 1 and statement 2 since there is a common factor here, v. Let's quickly combine them. So friends, I have combined 1 plus 2. There is a third new statement. Let's see quickly the conclusions. The first conclusion says E is greater than equal to W. So we have to compare E and W. Now first thing you have to see is the direction of the symbols between the variables which are being asked in the conclusions. So as you see, the directions of the symbols are in the same direction, that is both are greater than equal to. So we can conclude that E is greater than equal to W. So our conclusion 1 is absolutely correct. Let's see the second one. Second says D is greater than equal to Y. So we are talking about D and Y. We have to see the symbols directions between them. So as we see, all are in the same direction, greater than equal to and greater than. So we can conclude that D is greater than Y, whereas in our conclusion it's D is greater than equal to Y, which is wrong. That is why we will hold D is greater than equal to Y as wrong. Let's see the third one. The third says C is greater than V. So we are talking about C and we are talking about V. As you can see, the direction of the symbol, one is greater and one is greater than equal to. So we will conclude that C is greater than V. So our third conclusion is also absolutely correct. Hence, the option which will be correct would be C. Only 1 and 3 follows. Let's see some other examples. Here also a statement is given and we have to verify the conclusions. So here just one statement is given. We do not have to combine anything. Let's directly move to the conclusion. A is greater than D. We are talking about A and D. As we see, the direction of the symbols are not in the same direction. One is greater than and two are less than equal to. Hence, our conclusion 1 does not follow. Let's see the second. It says A is less than equal to D. Now again, as we see, the direction of the symbols are in opposite direction. Therefore, our second conclusion also doesn't follow. Hence, you will be tempted to mark answer as neither. But friends, whenever there is a case of neither, we have to always check for complementary pairs. That means we have to check if our conclusion 1 and 2 are complementary pairs. Now complementary pairs are those which form the option for either. In such cases, neither will not follow, but either case will follow. So for complementary pair, there are some conditions. The first condition is that all the conclusions which are present should not follow. So as you see, the first condition is satisfied here, and both conclusions do not follow. The second condition for complementary pairs to be true is that the variables involved in the conclusion should be same. So as we see, the variables A and D are present in both of our conclusions. So our second condition also follows as well as first also follows. The third condition is that all the symbols should be present combining the two conclusions. That means if we combine both the conclusions, greater than should also be present, less than symbol should also be present, and equal to should also be present. So as we see, all these three symbols are present in our first and second combined conclusion, so our third condition also follows. That means friend, यहाँ पे जो आपका आंसर होगा वो होगा either one or two follows, ना कि neither. जब भी neither का केस बनता है आपको कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री पेयर्स के लिए चेक करना है और वहां पे अगर सारी कंडीशंस सेटिस्फाई होते हैं तो वो either का केस बनेगा. Let's move on to some other question. So again statement is given, but here different statements are there. तो जब भी आपको इस टाइप का स्टेटमेंट मिले, योर फर्स्ट ड्यूटी इज टू कंबाइन ऑल दी स्टेटमेंट्स. सो विल क्विकली नंबर देम. एज यू कैन सी आई कैन कंबाइन 1 and 4 क्योंकि कॉमन टर्म आर है यहाँ पे. Q इज इक्वल टू आर विच इज ग्रेटर देन V. 1 and V4 को हमने कंबाइन कर लिया है. यू कैन ऑल्सो कंबाइन 1 + 5 + 2 + 6. यहाँ पे हो जाएगा Q इज इक्वल टू आर विच इज ग्रेटर देन S, which is greater than equal to 2, which is greater than equal to U. So here is our new statement. We can also combine 1 and 3 since Q is a common factor here. So Q is equal to R, and as we see it is greater than equal to P. So here are our three statements based on which conclusions can be judged. Let's see the conclusions now. Now first conclusion says R is greater than U. So here is R, here is U. As you see, the directions of the symbols is greater than equal to. That means we can conclude that R is greater than U. That means our first conclusion is correct. Let's see the second one. We are talking about V and we are talking about U. So as you see, both are present in different statements. There is no relationship between them. So straight away we'll mark it as wrong answer. Let's see the third one. It says P is equal to R. Okay, and the fourth one says P is less than R. So friends, one thing you have to see here, seeing this relationship, either P will be less than R or P will be equal to R, since it can be less than or equal to. Therefore, if you see our options, option number C will be valid here. That is 1 is valid. Also, either of 3 or 4 may be valid. Any of these will be definitely true in our case. So I will mark option number C as our correct option. Now let's see some questions based on the coded inequality. So friends, in coded inequality, some symbols are given and their coded form is given. You have to quickly decode the symbols and it will turn into simple inequality question. So let's quickly decode. Here P/Q means P is greater than Q, hash means greater than or equal to means equal to, minus means is smaller than, dollar means smaller than or equal to. So we know codes for all the symbols. Let's quickly note it down. So friends, as you see, I have decoded all the symbols. Let's quickly decode the statements as well. Friends, I have decoded the statements as well. As you see, there are three different statements. So we have to combine them into one. Let's quickly do it. Friends, I've combined all the three statements into single one. Also, we have to decode the conclusions as well. So L minus H will be N less than H, and G/L means G is greater than L. So now let's try to understand the conclusions. L is less than H. So we are talking about L and we are talking about H. We have to see the symbols. The symbol is in the same direction, so that means some relationship can be established between L and H. So L will be less than H, what we conclude. So option number 1 will be correct here. Let's see the second conclusion. We are talking about G and we are talking about L. So as we see, L is less than G, that means G is greater than L would be here correct to say. That means we'll mark option number 5 as our correct answer. So in this way, friend, we have to decode the symbols and our coded inequality question turns into simple inequality questions, and then we can approach to the problem as we approach to simple inequality question. Let's see some other example. So this is slightly different from the previous one, as in the decoded form would be here in negation form. So let's try to understand. A person B means A is not smaller than B. That means A would be either greater than or equal to B. Dollar means A is not greater than. That means less than or equal to. Hash means neither greater than nor equal to. That means smaller than. At means neither smaller nor equal, that means greater than. And at the rate C means A is neither greater than nor smaller than, that means it is equal to. Let's quickly write the decoded form. So friends, I have written the decoded form. Let's quickly decode the statements as well. So friends, as we see, there are three different statements. Let's try to combine them quickly. So friends, I have combined all the three statements into one. Let's quickly decode the conclusions as well. I have decoded the conclusion as well. Let's quickly go to the conclusions. The first says V is greater than T. So we are talking about V and T. As you see, the symbols between them are in different direction. Hence, straight away you will mark conclusion 1 as the wrong. H is equal to W. So we are talking about H and W. As you see, the symbols are in different direction. Hence, no conclusion will be here between H and W. So our conclusion second is also invalid. So we see both the conclusions are invalid. That means the case of neither is formed here. As we said, in the case of neither, we have to always check for complementary pairs. But if you see here, the variables involved in the conclusions are totally different. They are not the same. Hence, a second condition for the complementary pairs, that variable should be same in both the conclusions, here is invalid. Therefore, either case will not be applicable here, and we'll mark option number 4 as our correct option, that is neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2 is true. So in this way, friend, you have to decode the symbols, you have to turn it into an inequality quotient. In neither case, you have to check for complementary pairs and mark your answer accordingly. Our last question is based on some new pattern, and that's for your self-practice. You do try it at home. Answer to this question will be told in our next video. Friends, if you like the video, kindly hit the like button. Also subscribe to our Bank B channel so that you do not miss any of our videos. We are on our SSC B channel, which is especially focused for the preparation of SSC and railway exams. So stay tuned. So friends, keep preparing. All the best and thanks for watching the video.